Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, checking out another beer that I got on Beer Dome, the Dutch web shop that's been sponsoring us for a long time. It's been a while since we actually cracked something from Beer Dome, but we still have a good amount of the cellar and we actually have a little bit coming very soon. I haven't placed the shipping thing yet, but I'll get around to it very soon because it's some awesome beer that Ronald from Beer Dome has been kind enough to hang on to whilst we could, just collect some beers from the shop over time. Mainly because my cellar is so full of beer. So I need to drink some beer and review some beers for you guys. So this is something that I think a lot of people have tried already. This is from Mikkeller Baghaven. And Mikkeller Baghaven makes awesome, wild ales. And they've mostly done a really good job. That was only that Art of Decadence that I wasn't too into. But this is one where I've heard the same. It really split the waters. But the base version of it, Rubus of Rose, I've heard good things of. But this is the Rubus of Rose Vanilla, blend number 1. So yeah, again, they had this along with a couple other beers from Baghaven and Beer Dome. And I picked it up. It's with raspberries and vanilla beans at 6.5% and aged for 24 to 36 months in oak barrels. And it's got lactic bacteria and wild bacteria culture. I think they've been isolating their own cultures there and all kinds of cool stuff. And blend one. Poured out a gorgeous color. Very, very nice looking, pinkish. Not a ton of head. Maybe the thing with this one, actually thinking of it, was carbonation. It was more lightly carbonated. That might have been the thing. And actually, what's really weird, at Erling's Flaske Boutique, where Brett and I did the live stream, they have bottles of this where the label is molding. And you can wipe it off and clean it, but it comes back. As if there's some kind of bacteria from the brew house or whatever. Well, not the brew house, it's a blendery, really. They brew the worts at War Pigs. But something from their production that's stuck onto one of the labels, and it just looks weird, and you can clean it off, but it comes back. Also, it's kept cold, so that could be part of it. It's prime growing territory for things like that when it's a bit chilly in a fridge, whatever, and if it's a bit there's a condensated water on it and things like that. But it was super weird. But this will be fun to try. As I said, it's a nice reddish, a ruby red color. The head when I poured it was pink. Check out the aroma on Rubus of Rose Vanilla. Yeah, this is much more pleasant smelling than that Art of Decadence batch I had. Was it batch 2 or 3? Something like that. It was the one with blackcurrant and coconuts. There's like a really nice, vibrant cherry raspberry aroma, but there's also like cherry-like vibes and almost like strawberry. Very nice, prominent oaky character and like a woodsy funkiness. Yeah, it smells quite nice. The vanilla is like a soft undertone, and I think that's what they went with. It shouldn't be like one of those kind of pastry-fied beers or whatever, or milkshake beers or a smoothie beers, pastry sour stuff. It's like it's more elegant, it's wild ales. Wild ales are much more elegant kind of beers where a lot of those flavors are more like subtle. They can be forward, but everything has to be quite well balanced, and it smells like it is. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. I haven't had an experience like that with a sour beer in a long time. Ooh. That was like drinking vinegar. Like, wow, it is. That might have been one of the things I read online. That is really, it's like almost like drinking straight red wine vinegar, or like a raspberry vinegar reduction type thing or something like that. That was like came from a left field. I didn't expect that. It's definitely not crazy carbonated, but it's not too bad. There's some carbonation. I prefer a little bit more in beers like this, but it's not like totally flat. Ooh, it's vinegary. Are you crazy? There's like lactic acid. Vinegar is so sharp. It really destroys the drinkability and balance on it. Like it cuts through the vanilla, like destroys it completely. It's like just like super vinegary raspberries, like almost like you pickled raspberries. There's a finish of like a lingering dry oakiness, but it's not a bad beer. Like I think a lot of people would really like this because a lot of people seek for that like really crazy vinegary taste. Like Hans John, a subscriber of mine and a friend of mine he plays in the metal band, if you haven't heard of them, called Snotsold. Him and his girlfriend loves to get really vinegary beers. If you can find blend 1 of Rubus of Rose, it is crazy vinegar. It reminds you a bit of drinking some of the what are they called? The something Gouzeria from the States. We had a few like the Framboise and a few others. What were they called? Funk Factory. That's it. It's kind of in the vein of their beers because some of them are also like crazy sour and vinegary. Like I can drink it, but it's like it's a sipper. It's a sipper. It's a bit of a okay. That was better. My palate's acclimated a bit more, but like it lingers. It was also a smaller sip. It comes like this will. If you have problems with acid reflux, this will not help that. But the flavor there of the raspberry is pretty good. I just wish the vanilla was more there, and also the funk is kind of ruined a bit. It's more like just like a lightly funky, really sour raspberry wild ale, which is like. It's interesting because both this and that Art of Decadence was a bit like compared to a lot of the other stuff. Like since the beginning, pretty much everything from these guys has just been like bang on, bang on, bang on, bang on, bang on, bang on. Like Aaron's just doing great stuff. But it's also nice enough. It's all right, but it's not something I would pick up again. At least not blend 1. But it's just because I'm not into really sour beers. It's almost like reminding me of drinking that brewery, like scraping this Mother Funker. I think back in the day, that was just also like. It's almost like drinking vinegar, and it's really like it is vinegary more so than like lactic. There's also like lactic sourness, that milky sourness, if you can say it like that. But it's just if you've ever tasted vinegar, it's tons of that. For some reason, when I smell it and sip on it, I'm getting a bit of a chocolatey vibe. It's interesting though how your palate acclimates, but yeah, it's all right. It lacks some balance for me to really, really love it. As I said, I think some people will enjoy it more. In terms of grade, 86, something like that. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's like 3.5-ish, maybe 3.5 on Untapped, just because there's too much vinegar, at least for my personal taste. But, I mean, if you like sour beer, it's worth a shot, like really vinegary sour beers. So, yeah. And also, again, bear in mind, it's not crazily carbonated. It's there, but it's not like super fizzy. So, if you guys had a chance to try Rubus of Rose Vanilla, let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for this one. Check out their shop. Link for it is down below. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers in some crazily sour beer. And see you guys in the beer review.